Today is my 21st birthday, and you know what that means. Here in America, the legal drinking age is 21, and because I have totally never ever in my life ever broken the law, I've never drank. Which, I know for someone living in New York City is especially lame, but hey, here I am in my bedroom recording something for, an audience of 2 people, so I think you all already knew that. Anyway, I wanted the first time I ever drank to be a special occasion, so I started by Googling the best places to drink in New York City, and immediately I got a lot of articles that looked really promising. I mean, this website even had me verify that I was at least 21 years old, which made me feel really legit. Just don't tell the police that I recorded this before my birthday. But then I saw the ridiculous prices. Like, some of these places were charging upwards of $100 per drink. I mean, you could get 100 bottled teas for that same price in a place like Arizona, or so I've heard. I've never personally been to Arizona, so I wouldn't know. So I figured I'd pivot and instead go to a supermarket to buy my drink. It's pretty nice living in a walkable city for American standards. It forces me to put in the bare minimum amount of exercise and actually feel the sun's rays on my skin every once in a while, because nothing else could force me to actually go outside and touch grass. On my way there, I actually passed by the liquor store that my old college friends used to love. It's pretty far from where we lived, but I think it was the only place they could find that didn't question their very obviously fake IDs. I never drank with them, mostly because I saw how they were when they were drunk, and I was so afraid that I would act like them too. Now, if you're wondering why some of these shots are so uncinematic and awkward, it's because I took them on my phone as discreetly as possible. I would just be so embarrassed to look like some sort of TikToker with a camera trying to get nice shots in public, even though that's literally a very common occurrence in the city. So instead, I'll just slap a filter on this to make it look intentionally indie and give a fake sense of nostalgia for an era most of us weren't even alive for, because that's what a real artist does. I don't know why I keep making videos. It's not for the money or the numbers, because I don't have either. And it's not because YouTuber is even in the top 10 of things I want to be. I guess it's because, in a lot of ways, it keeps me going. I have a hard time doing things for myself, like going to see a movie, or buying myself nicer clothes, or even just playing a video game by myself. I just feel like there are a million other things I could work on rather than enjoying life. But if it's in the form of a video challenge, well, then that changes everything. Like, me and my friends tried this cool Celeste mod, or getting everyone together for a fun video idea, or not being cisgender, because wouldn't that be a funny punchline to a video? And then all of a sudden, it becomes so much easier for me to justify putting time and energy into it. And today's funny quirky video challenge is to heavily drink like a true 21-year-old. Speaking of which, I just arrived at the supermarket, by which I mean it's now time in the script to cut to that footage. The drink section ended up having so much more variety than I expected. It was kind of overwhelming. I mean, now I get why adults spend so much time drinking. There's just too many choices. But I was on a budget, so I picked this out for cheap, which compared to a $50 glass of wine was just a steal. And they didn't even ask for my ID when I checked out, so I guess I really do look 21 now. All that was left for me to do was finally try my very first drink. And to be honest, maybe I'm just not ready to drink because I didn't really get it. I mean, it was completely tasteless and, I'll admit, surprisingly refreshing, but nothing to base entire societal expectations on or to lose friends over.
Now, I've heard that when you drink, you start to kind of lose your filter and get a little honest. So, I guess I'll tell you the truth. I've been lying to you. I know. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me, but my name isn't actually Brandon. It's Briar.
But you can't really fault me on that one too much because I didn't realize that for a long time either. I know at this point of the recording I'm just talking to myself, but like I said, maybe that was the real point of these anyway. Maybe the next video can be, I spent 100 days trying to get a life, or I became a real musician to prove that I can, or how I found love. Not clickbait police called. Or maybe I can just do those things for the sake of them. I kind of hope I won't be making I Just Turned 22 next year. Anyway, back to drinking. My personal rating of it would probably be 1 out of 10. Doesn't taste too good and gets me thinking a little bit too much. Oh well. At least I won't be so thirsty anymore.